Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome into another episode. What's going on, everybody? Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Currently, right now, streaming through the Instagram world, the YouTube world, as well as the X/Twitter world. What's up, everybody? Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Today, we're going to do a recap here of the Arizona Cardinals Day 1 free agency, ladies and gentlemen. And if you guys didn't join me in the very first morning stream, y'all don't know how stressed I was during that 3 hours of just straight live streaming, y'all. Straight live streaming for 3 freaking hours, saying things like, what the heck are the Arizona Cardinals doing? We saw the Rams get 2 players, but no, the Cardinals have finally made some moves. And I said this too. I was like, let me jump off this live, because I feel like it's going to be a snowball effect. But I didn't think the Arizona Cardinals were going to go, 3 or 4 players. I didn't think we were going to get 4 new players today. I thought we were going to get 2 players, maybe wait for tomorrow. I'll get some more, and then we'll kind of go from there. But no, boy, was I surprised, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm super excited, ladies and super excited. So if you guys haven't done so already, do me a huge favor, stepping on your way in, smack the like button. Do it for the algorithm. If you're watching here in the Twitter/X world, go ahead and smack that like button. Also, I'm not sure if you could do it through Instagram, but if there is a way to smack it, smack that like button. And also through the YouTube world, smack that like button here as well. So appreciate y'all for tuning in. We got a fun-filled show for you guys today, because we got 4 new Arizona Cardinals. It's going to be strapping up in the new crimson red, cardinal red, I guess we should call it cardinal red, in 2024. And I'm super excited to kind of dive into it and kind of get a gauge on how you guys are feeling. But man, we got a lot of crazy news just in the world of the NFL in general. We got Kirk Cousins going to the Atlanta Falcons. We got Saquon Barkley going to a division rival in the Eagles. We got a trade for Brian Burns now going to the Giants. We got Swift going to the Bears. Like, there's a lot of crazy news happening in the world of the Arizona or the NFL just in general. So I'm just happy to be a part of it, honestly, because there's some teams out there that are literally like this. There's some teams out there literally like this and saying, what are you doing? The Dallas Cowboys, and I believe the Dolphins are another team like that too, that they're just not doing anything. I think the Colts might be another team as well that aren't doing anything as well. So I'm finally happy to be on the receiving end of it all, and I'm excited that the Cardinals are finally making some moves moving forward. So yeah, Josh Jacobs, I think is in the Packers as well. So crazy news just in general. So let's get started. I know you guys are here to talk about Arizona Cardinals, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. Let's dive into it. Now, I end up asking you guys, I want to give a huge shout out here to the Twitter/X world. You guys are really coming up clutch, because I put a poll question, and it's the same poll question for the YouTube world as well as the Twitter poll. And I end up asking you guys out there in the socials, I end up asking you guys, how do you feel about the moves that were made today, right? And I gave you the option to either pick A through B. Do you give the grade a C, or do you give a grade D to F, right? So shout out to the Twitter world here, because again, outperforming YouTube. I need you guys to step it up. Just want to say, step it up, because in 44 minutes, we got 188 votes, and we have 67% saying that A to B. They're ranking the 4 new Arizona Cardinals A to B. Okay, cool. And then we got 28% saying C, and then we got 4% saying D to F. So obviously this poll is going to continue to rack up. I think the Twitter world is a little bit more optimistic than the YouTube world, but let's take a look to see what the YouTube world is saying. And we got 120 votes. I'm telling you, we got to step up here in the YouTube world. But I end up asking you the same question. And then we have 58% saying they would give it A to B. 36% saying I would give it a C, and then 6% saying they would give it a D through F. So that's what we're going to be diving into today. That's what we're going to be diving into today. Honestly, this is very surprising to me. I saw a lot of negative comments out there. And to be honest, this is surprising that we're grading A to B's 67% and 58%. That's very surprising to me, because I know there's a lot of Cardinal fans that just are turned off or just don't care. So very surprising. But I do think that the Cardinals being involved is a good move, right? Now, let's address the elephant in the room here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's address the elephant in the room, and that's going to be Christian Wilkins, right? I know a lot of Cardinal fans wanted Christian Wilkins. Heck, I know Cardinal fans out there that are saying it's a wrap. The Cardinals are going to get Christian Wilkins, right? I know some Cardinal fans are saying that it's Christian Wilkins or bust, right? I've heard it all. The Cardinals were not going to touch a contract that big, right? In the moment I saw that tweet from John Gambadoro, I knew it wasn't going to happen. It was not going to happen at all. So I had a data process. Okay, we're not going to get him, but we're going to be focusing on mid-tier type free agents, right? That's what John Gambadoro ended up saying. We're going to focus on mid-tier free agents. And yeah, I think the Cardinals absolutely did, because if you look at Christian Wilkins' contract, this man got 4 years, $110 million, and had a guaranteed money of $84.75 million in guaranteed salary. You heard that right. Christian Wilkins got paid. Oh, did he get paid? Did he get paid? I don't think the Arizona Cardinals were going to touch a contract like that with a 6-foot pole, right? I don't think the Arizona Cardinals were going to do that. So just for clarification, right? And I know some people out there are more of a visual type people. Let's go ahead and bring the screenshot here, shall we? This is the contract and the report that came out here from Adam Schefter earlier this morning. Christian Wilkins is going to the Raiders, and we know that's the contract. The Cardinals weren't going to touch it, right? It's just too rich. We're talking about averaging about $27, $28 million per year. It just wasn't going to happen. The Cardinals got 4 players, and it probably amounted to the 1 player in Christian Wilkins. Now, Christian Wilkins, is he an A+? Is he an A player? Yes. Are the players we got maybe Bs or maybe As? Maybe, right? We don't know. But we got 4 players in the place of 1. I get it. Christian Wilkins was a huge name, right? But I'm going to go back to this tweet that I made a video about, and a lot of people were like, he's not a source. He's the best damn source that we have in the Valley. Hate him or not, best damn source in the Valley. The moment I read this and I made a video about it, I knew we are not going after Christian Wilkins. Instead, we are going for mid-tier free agents. The thing that worried me about this tweet/report is the fact that I was worried that it said depth and competition. That's what worried me, is that it said we were going to provide depth and competition. Honestly, these players that we got, this isn't depth and competition to me. I would put them at mid-tier free agents for sure, but I wouldn't say depth or no, these are starters. These are starters for the Arizona Cardinals. These are starters. Shawn Murphy-Bunting, starter. Bilal Nichols, starter. Justin Jones, a probable starter, if not a good swing rotational guy. Mack Wilson, a probable starter for the Arizona Cardinals. So what worried me about this tweet, that I kind of freaked out a little bit, is because I saw provide depth and competition. That doesn't give me comfort. That doesn't give me the warm and fuzzies, right? But with what we saw today, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all, honestly. And I don't think you guys should be mad at it either, right? I pride myself in terms of being as very, very real with you guys as I possibly can. I get it. These are not big names out there, but neither was Kazir White. Kazir White wasn't a big name, and he came out to be a darling, right? A darling. If he could stay healthy, this is a really good pickup for the Arizona Cardinals and Kazir White, right? We even said it ourselves, the fact that this guy is a staple point and a good soul to that defense. Hard hitter, absolutely physical, sets a tone from the get, is Kazir White. What if we can get that production with the contracts that we gave from these guys? At least 1 or 2 of them. That's a dub. That's a dub. $27 million per year was not going to be attainable. We got 55. We had $55 million. But like I said earlier, sometimes when you look at the cap, that doesn't necessarily mean cash flow, right? It doesn't necessarily mean cash flow, because a couple different things. We got to wait for the draft. We got to pay a lot of people to draft. Those rookies aren't going to be cheap, especially those 2 first rounders. They ain't going to be cheap. We got to save up for them. If there's more people we're trying to bring back, We got to save up for them, right? And I think there was 2 other signings. So there was 3 total signings today. Tristan Colon, which is a guard. We ended up bringing back Kryze Barnes, which is a linebacker. And then we also brought back our punter as well. So, I mean, I'm mad at it. I am mad at it. But let's dive into it, shall we? Let's dive into it. Let's talk about the new free agents, shall we? I know you're all here for the free agents. We're all here for it. Let's talk about the new free agents for the Arizona Cardinals. Let's start off with Shawn Murphy-Bunting, shall we? Let's start it off nice and sweet. Let's start off with probably, I guess, the best signing, if you want to say that, right? If that's what you want to say. But the report did come out here from Mike Garafolo and clarified what his actual contract is. Shawn Murphy-Bunting is a 3-year deal, $25.5 million, with $17.5 million of guaranteed money for Shawn Murphy-Bunting. He was on a 1-year deal with the Tennessee Titans, and it was a prove-it deal. And he proved it. Obviously, the Cardinals went out here and paid him, right? We got him a 3-year deal to be an Arizona Cardinal. I'm mad at it. This is a Super Bowl winner. People don't know, he was with the Bucs when they won a Super Bowl. He got that Super Bowl ring, right? He didn't just get a Super Bowl, he got a Super Bowl ring, right? And that's just to quote the great Bruce Arians, right? He got a Super Bowl ring with Tampa Bay. He spent 1 year with Tennessee. Didn't seem like it went too great, but rest is history from there. Overall, total career since 2019 to 2023, total of 8 interceptions. Played in a total of 67 games. It seemed like he kind of missed a couple games here and there. I think 2021 was a big injury type of year for him. He only played 9 games out of the possible 16 in that year. So there's a little concerns in terms of injury, but there's injury concerns with any player you get, right? There's injury concerns with any player that you get. Shawn Murphy-Bunting, 26 years old, 6 foot, 195 pounds. This man is slotted to be CB1. Slice it the way you want to slice it. He's CB1. I know we want Garrett Williams to be that guy, right? We all want Garrett Williams to be that guy. But this man is going to be CB1. Slice it the way you want to slice it. Like I said, he's going to be CB1 for the Arizona Cardinals. And I ain't mad at it. I think it's a good pickup. I think it's a really good deal. We're talking about a possible $6 to $7 million contract for a CB1. And here's the weird thing. What's the trend around the NFL? 3-year deals. That's the trend for everywhere in the NFL. Obviously, all these players that we signed up. Sorry, wrong way. I was putting through these guys. I'm sorry. Here we go. 3 years. 3-year deals. That's a trend throughout the NFL. It's not just here. 3-year deals is what we're doing. So we got 2024, 2025, and 2026 is what we got them wrapped up for. All right. I'll take it. I think it's a good pickup personally. Let's take it to the comments, shall we? Let's see what you guys have to say here in the comments below. We got somebody here saying just draft Kool-Aid. I mean, Kool-Aid is still a real possibility, right? Still a real possibility. We don't know what Keitrell Clark is going to develop into. We don't know what Starling Thomas the Fifth, or V, like I like to call him. We don't know what he's going to develop into. We all want Garrett Williams to be great, right? We all do. We just don't know. We don't know. We got a player that is going to, we know works in the NFL, that has played in a caliber of the NFL for 4+ years, right? 2nd round pick, 67 games in his 5-year career so far in the NFL. He's 26. He's young. Spring chicken. He's young. He's young. I think it's a good pickup. I personally do. Do I think he's going to be the next shutdown cornerback? Chill. Pump your brakes. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if you're looking to upgrade a position, you did it. If you're looking to upgrade a position, you just did it with him. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying shutdown cornerback. I'm not saying the best cornerback the Arizona Cardinals ever seen. Chill. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if you wanted to upgrade the position, you sure as heck did it. with getting Shawn Murphy-Bunting. And on top of that, it's only cherry on top of the ice cream, the fact that you got him such a pretty good deal. You know what I mean? So I think it's a good pickup. I truly, truly do. I truly, truly do think it's a really, really good pickup here for the Arizona Cardinals. Now, let's move on over to the next player, shall we? Let's talk about Bilal Nichols. Now, you guys get involved in the chat as well. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Get involved in the chat as well. I'm very curious to figure out how you guys are feeling about Bilal Nichols. Now, here's the way I like to look at it. The Cardinals really didn't have any interior pressure from the get. We didn't. I like Stills. He's going to be a second year player. And I like the potential of what he can become, right? Bilal Nichols was drafted in the 5th round, 145th overall pick, and he got actually picked up by the Chicago Bears. It almost kind of feels like he was better. Production came from the Chicago Bears. Maybe the Raiders didn't know how to use him. Maybe, right? We don't 100% know. In his total career, which is a total of 6 years, this is going to be a 7th year with the Arizona Cardinals, 14 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 5 fumble recoveries. Played in a total of 94 games. The last 3 years in the NFL, he's played 17 games. The last 3 years. You're talking about a guy that's going to give you consistency? A guy that's going to be there? I'll take that. Last year, we were struggling. Last year, we were struggling to keep health. Health was a big problem. And I'm not saying he's going to stay healthy. I'm just saying the track record looks good. Right? I'm just saying the track record looks good for a Bilal Nichols. 6'4", 313 pounds, 27 years old. Last year, he had 1.5 sacks. The previous year, he had 1.5 sacks. But here's the thing. I don't think we're bringing in Bilal Nichols to be a sack machine. We're not bringing him in for that. We're bringing in Bilal Nichols for the idea that you're going to be a run stuffer. You're going to be a run stuffer. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I ended up asking a Raiders fan, that somebody who actually watches the Raiders on a daily, and he told me that exact same thing. You're getting a guy that's a really good run defender. He doesn't feel like the Raiders maybe used him to his full potential, right? Kind of threw that out there. Production in terms of sacks wasn't explosive, but you're getting a guy that is a run stuffer. A run defender. That's what you're getting. That's what you're getting in a Bilal Nichols. Guess what? We sucked against the run last year. We were terrible. We were god-awful. All you had to do was run on the Arizona Cardinals. That's all you had to do. That's all you had to do. Run on the Arizona Cardinals. Run it down the throats. And we caved. And guess what? Bilal Nichols can provide that for you. So we're talking about a guy that's 6'4", 313 pounds. That specialty is to stop the darn run. Okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Absolutely, in a heartbeat. Who we have right now is not cutting it. They're not cutting the cheese. They are Swiss cheese. It doesn't work. It's not working. We got to bring people in. And we got him on a pretty good deal too, if I might say so myself. We got him in a pretty darn good deal as well. We got Bilal Nichols on a pretty darn good deal. Let's go ahead and refresh here. Bilal Nichols reached an agreement with the Arizona Cardinals. 3-year deal. There it is again, the magic number. 3-year deal, $21 million. Includes $14.4 million in guaranteed money to the Arizona Cardinals. 3 years. Ain't bad. It's not bad at all, man. That's not bad at all. I'll take that. Let's go with Arturo Hernandez. What's up with the super chat? Appreciate you, man. Thank you so very much for the contribution. He says this: let's go back to the playoffs. Hashtag let's go Cardinals. I love that. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Give me more positivity here in the chat, Arturo. Thank you so very much for the $2 dono, man. I'm ready to compete. I'm ready to compete. I'm not saying we're Super Bowl champions or we're going to be Super Bowl champions. No, I'm not that delusional, but I think this is the right step. I think this is the right step in the right direction for the Cardinals. All right, let's get to the next contribution coming our way. We got AZ Fan. What's up, brother? Appreciate you for joining the chat today. He says this: I think the Cardinals do defense now in free agency and offense in the draft. I like the pieces we picked up so far. Let Monty cook. So, the defense has been a main priority for the Cardinals. It might be because the Cardinals were one of the lowest paid in terms of payroll defenses in the NFL last year. That might be a real reason as to why, because literally our payroll was next to nil compared to a lot of the defenses around. So yeah, I think it's smart, and I think you're 100% right. Free agency seems to be focused on, the defense, which is cool because we need help. And then honestly, to me, I like what we're doing, but I still would love to get some pieces defensively in the draft. Obviously, if Marvin falls to 4, we don't have to be too worried about it. But if a Byron Murphy falls the second, right? If there's another interior defensive lineman that falls, an edge player that falls to the Cardinals, it just leaves options open. It just leaves options open, and I'm excited for it for sure. So yeah, appreciate it. Francisco with the super chat. He says, I think we're going to make some trades, a cornerback or a LE. I'm assuming you mean like an offensive line. That might be what you mean. Offensive line. Maybe. I mean, we paid for 4 players today. New players. We paid for 4 new players. Let me clarify. We paid for 4 new players today. And I don't even think it might have been the value of what Christian Wilkins went for per year. To be honest with you, we got 4 people. So if they work, or heck, even if the 3 or 2 of them really work out for us for the 3 years, I think we're pretty good because we got so many holes that we needed to fill in. Oh, left end. Oh, I appreciate you. Thank you. Left end. So you're saying in like so defensively left end. Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, we'll see. I know a lot of people are screaming the name of Danielle Hunter. I don't know if he's going to be an Arizona Cardinal. I truly don't. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But so far, the 2 people that we talked about, right? Shawn Murphy-Bunting, Bilal Nichols. I think they're definitely dubs for sure. I think they're definitely W's. Now, we're going to go into the unknown territory here, shall we? Let's go into the unknown territory of Justin Jones. Now, let me say something else real quick. Bilal Nichols was a Chicago Bear. He did really good in the Chicago Bears. Justin Jones, also a Chicago Bear. So I don't know if it's something that Monty looked at that defense was like, I want a piece of what they're doing there. Maybe. But Nichols and Jones didn't play with each other. Like, they didn't play on the same team. Because Jones was a Chicago Bear from 2022 to 2023. Nichols was a Bear prior to that. So they didn't really get a chance to really like play with each other in terms of like playing on the same team. But we got another defensive lineman, right? Another one, which, to be honest with you, we need. The defense of the Chicago Bears is very good, or at least they ended the season off pretty darn good. I'm going to call it like it is. They ended the season off pretty darn good. So maybe Monty just wanted a piece of that. I don't know, right? I don't know. But let's take a look here at Justin Jones, which is another interior defensive lineman for the Cardinals. He's 6'3", 309 pounds. So he's a little shorter than Bilal Nichols. Nichols was 6'4", 313, and then Justin Jones is 6'3", 309. He's 27 years old. He was a 3rd rounder, picked up 84th overall. He was drafted by the Chargers, though. So he spent 4 years with the Chargers. He got moved over to, or he got picked up by the Bears, and then his stats for last year was a total of 4.5 sacks. For his career, 12 sacks. Last year seemed to be his best year with the Bears. 4.5 sacks for Justin Jones was his best year. And it seems like he's pretty consistent too, or at least with the Bears, he played 17 games. when he was with the Chargers, there was some games that were missed. Like in 2018, he played 15 and a total of, I believe it was 16 at the time. In the 19, he played 12. In 2020, he played 13. In 2021, he played 11. But for the last 2 years, 17 games, 17 games. So I think that also might be playing a part into it as well. Guys that are consistent, guys that are not really too injury prone, right? In terms of the last couple years might be what they're kind of going for. But another guy that the Arizona Cardinals are bringing in, which I'm a fan of. 4.5 sacks. I'll take it. What are your guys' thoughts on Jones? Let's take it to the comments here, see what you guys are saying on the chat. Somebody just says best practice squad in the NFL. Sheesh. There's still time. Should have gotten Armstead. Okay. Armstead is going to go for a pretty penny. That's for sure. Here's the thing. Like, if you ask yourself what the trend is for the Arizona Cardinals, they're going for 3-year deals, mid-tier players. That's what they're going for. Armstead might go for an arm and a leg. But that's the trend, right? Would I love to get a big name? Yes, of course. Do some people consider Shawn Murphy-Bunting a big name? Yeah, I guess you can. No, I guess I wouldn't. I would put him as a mid-tier as well in terms of what he actually went for. L'Jarius Sneed is going to be a big name, right? Yeah. So yeah, let me retract that. We went all mid names, right? Just like John Gambadoro said. This is exactly what we did. So I don't know if the Cardinals would do that. I'm not saying they shouldn't, right? Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying we shouldn't do it. I just don't think they would do it because of what we've been seeing so far. So I don't know. That's just kind of the way I feel about it. It's kind of the way I feel about it. Somebody in the chat says Jonah Williams isn't also an overpay. I don't know. Somebody said that we were going to release, or it's expected that we were going to release DJ Humphries, which I'm on board if that's the case. If they want to get rid of DJ Humphries, I'm on board. It's just show me first, right? We can open up so many cap space or cap room if the Cardinals decided to do that. Because if they open up that cap room, if we do a post June 1st, I get it, right? You're not going to get the money or not going to be able to spend the money, but it does open up more cap room. Maybe the Cardinals can finagle a way to get an offensive lineman. We don't know. Or they can just draft a guy, right? Well, we'll have to kind of wait and see. So I don't think Justin Jones is bad. If I were so far to put a letter grade, on these guys so far, it's actually kind of hard to do that. Like, I feel like that would be unfair because we haven't really seen them on the field. So I'm going to skip that. I'm not going to put a letter grade on one specific person unless we actually see them on the field. We're going to do that. What's up, Deus? Deus with the contribution. He says, I am loving what JG and Monty Austinfort are doing. Way smarter than the old regime and way smarter. They are doing exactly what they need to do. Slow and steady equals W. I mean, these guys are starters. They're starters, right? Isn't that what we asked for? That's what I was jumping up and down for. These guys are starters. These guys are starters for the Arizona Cardinals. So our roster was this bad. You know what I'm saying? This roster was that bad. The fact that we're going to get a Bilal Nichols, right? And I'm not saying anything bad about him or if Justin Jones, but they're going to be a starter. Whether it's a swing by committee type of thing, they're starters. They're absolute starters. So I ain't mad at it. The Cardinals addressed a need. Like I said earlier, would I have but would I have liked to had a big name? Of course, right? I'm right there with you. I would like to have a big name for sure. It's just doesn't seem like that's what the Cardinals are going to do. Maybe next year. when we are going for it, right? Let's hope all things go right. Let's hope Kyler Murray can win multiple games, that there's no question mark about now quarterback, right? Heading into his 7th year, because now we're heading into his 6th year. Let's just hope, fingers crossed. But I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. All right, let's move on over to Mack Wilson, shall we? Let's move on over to Mack Wilson. Mack Wilson was signed to a 3-year deal. a 3-year deal. You guys, you're hearing it, man. You're hearing the trend. You're hearing the trend. A 3-year deal for Mack Wilson. He had so it's worth up to $15 million, but it says that the contract is a $12.75 million deal worth up to 15. So he has the potential to make $5 million per year with Mack Wilson. Now, here's my only question with Mack. And if you guys have some sort of answer or solution, let me know here in the chat. But Mack Wilson is a Mike linebacker. Kazir White is a Mike linebacker, right? I, in the offseason, flirted with the idea of, hey, maybe the Arizona Cardinals can put Zaven Collins back. And that ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen. I don't think they like him there. Okay, cool. I respect that. Because now we brought in Mack Wilson, that is also a Mike linebacker. So what is going to happen there, right? Mack Wilson's 26, 6'1", 246 pounds. As a linebacker, had 3.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles this last year with the Patriots. Patriots weren't good. The Patriots weren't that good. He had 2 years with the Patriots, 2022 and 2023, but was actually drafted by Cleveland in the 5th round. And it seems like his career was actually better with the Patriots. So maybe we're talking about a guy that actually mainly got an opportunity with the New England Patriots. Hey, he's getting a new opportunity with the Arizona Cardinals here. So we might be talking about a potential move by Kazir White. Potentially. We might be talking about a potential move from Kazir White. Maybe Kazir White is not going to be the Will or Mike linebacker anymore. Or heck, maybe he is, right? That's my only question mark. Not the fact that we signed him. I think it's a pretty cool signing. I don't know him too much. Like I said, I don't really watch Patriots football like that, right? I don't know their middle linebacker. And I'm not assuming anybody in the AFC knows who our middle linebacker is, right? I'm not, unless you're an Eagles fan. So kind of the same boat. Don't really know too much about Mack Wilson, but, you know, with what we're hearing, a player out of Alabama seems to be in the league for already, 5+ years, going into his 6th year, and a starter. I'll take it, man. I'll take it. Somebody in the chat says Mack has a ceiling he hasn't even reached yet. I think JG's coaching can get the best out of him, seriously. I mean, why the heck not, right? Why the heck not? Maybe. I'm looking at here on the Instagram chat, and I see somebody on the Instagram chat saying that the Arizona Cardinals should go after Patrick Queen. I like Patrick Queen, but I don't think the Cardinals are going to go after him for the simple reason that I think that Patrick Queen already might have his eyes set on 2 teams. There's a rumor already. There's a rumor. There's a rumor out there saying that Patrick Queen might go to the Seahawks, which will suck for the Cardinals, or he might go to the Commanders. Please go to the Commanders. Please go to the Commanders. That's all I got to say. I don't want to see Patrick Queen in my division. And I don't think the Cardinals are going to do something like that. Look at the trend. Look at the trend, right? Where you're doing 3-year deals, $7-8 million guys. That's what we're doing. Patrick Queen would be cool. I don't want him in this division. That's sure as heck the truth. I do not want him in this division. Please go to the Commanders. That's all I got to say to that. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens here. Let's take a look here to see if there's any other news. That seems to be the gists right now. That seems to be the gists of what the Arizona Cardinals have done so far. That seems to be the gist of what the Arizona Cardinals have done so far. Those four names. Can the Cardinals make more moves? Yeah, they can. Yeah, better. Your bottom dollar, they can. Yeah, they still can. The Cardinals had projection of what? $50-55 million. If we're saying an average that these guys are taking about $7 to $8 million a year, just an average, right? I'm no mathematician. I'm not one that's great at the salary cap. Numbers ain't my big thing. But if we were to throw an estimation on these four guys that just got paid, we're probably talking about somewhere upwards of $32-33 million against the cap for the four players. And then I think I'm inflating it a little bit, right? I think I'm inflating it a little bit. That leaves us with 20-ish, 20 plus-ish. You also got to keep in mind we got draft picks. We got draft picks to pay for, which is going to be pretty expensive. We got some guys that they might want to retain. Like we said earlier, we're bringing back our punter. And I believe Kryce Barnes is coming back. And then earlier today, we ended up getting Tristan Colon back. But these are super cheap deals. These aren't deals that are moving the needle, right? The big acquisitions is these guys, right? 3-year deal guys, $5-7 million, $8 million types of deals. This is what we're dealing with. So I get on paper why people want a Patrick Queen, right? I get why people want Christian Wilkins. I get why people want these big names. And heck, I get it. It would bring much more excitement to 2024, but I don't feel like the Arizona Cardinals feel like they're a Super Bowl team yet. Right now, I think the main thing is that the Cardinals want to progress. They want to progress into the next level, which to me, I'm not accepting anything more than a 7-8 win season. I want to sniff playoffs. I want to be in contention of playoffs. Even if we don't hit the playoffs, okay, but we got to be close. We got to be close. These four guys will not get us a Super Bowl. It's just facts. Unless I'm wrong, unless I'm absolutely wrong and our defense is going to be absolutely stellar, right? We don't know. We don't know. I don't think this is enough to be a Super Bowl. And I don't think the Cardinals believe that either. Do they want to compete? Yes, they absolutely do want to compete. You can tell. They spent money today. Not on who you guys might have wanted, right? Not on the Christian Wilkins, not on the Saquon Barkleys, not on the big names that were out there, but they still spent money out there. So with what the Cardinals have left, can they still make more deals? Yes, they can. But a couple things need to happen. The DJ Humphries rumor that I keep hearing, that needs to happen. This guy needs to get kicked. He needs to get kicked. If he doesn't, okay, cool, no worries. But the problem with DJ Humphries is that we don't know when he's going to be available. We don't know if he's going to be open or ready to go. We don't know. There's still some big needs. Some big needs for the Arizona Cardinals. And this is just scraping. This is just scraping the big needs that we had. Shawn Murphy-Bunting. I think it's a good pickup. I truly do. I mean, I'm not lying to you. I think it's a good pickup. CB1 for sure on this defense. For sure. We had the heart. We had the heart. We just missed the talent. These guys could be our talent here. Below Nichols, Justin Jones, Mack Wilson. Welcome to the Arizona Cardinals. Welcome to the Arizona Cardinals. Let's see what you guys can do for our defense. Because you already made our defense better in terms of having talent. We lacked it. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful to the players that we had, but it was obvious. We were outmatched. It was obvious. Not trying to be disrespectful to the players that we had in 2023, but it was obvious. We were outmatched in a lot of games. We're bringing in players that we feel like is going to help elevate this defense. And we really, really focused on that. And I'm okay with that. We can be teams that aren't making anything happen right now. That's who we can be. We can be teams that are not doing anything right now. No. We know the needs. We see the needs. We went for it. I'm proud. It's not Christian Wilkins. I'm aware. I'm proud. Let's see what they can do. Let's see what these guys can do. Yeah. So the Cowboys, you could be the Cowboys. The Jerry Jones said they're going to go all in for the Super Bowl this year. Man did nothing. Man did diddly. They lost Tony Pollard and they did nothing. We're good, man. We're good. We're good. Let's see what happens next year. If we play the Cowboys, that's a dub. I'm just kidding. We just beat them. We own those. We own them boys. If we beat the Cowboys, or if we play the Cowboys next year, that's a dub there. So our defense got better. It's just the way that it is. So let's talk about other needs, right? Let's talk about needs. Edge, offensive line. Heck, throw a wide receiver in there if you want to. I'm not even thinking about the draft right now. I'm just talking about here. I know you can address wide receiver in the draft, and we all know it. It's running through every single person's head in here right now. All over 300 people that are watching right now. It's running through everybody. Oh, we're going Marvin Harrison Jr. Cool. Awesome. I was one of those guys that says it's quarterback. One of the first ones to say it, but now people want to talk about it, but it's okay. Those are the needs that Cardinals can address still. Offensive line. We're throwing wide receiver in there. Even if it's a Tyler Boyd. Even if it's not, cool, no worries. And then edge. Those are some serious needs for the Cardinals. Some serious needs. I don't know what the plan is for guard. I don't know what the plan is. Maybe Tristan Colon. Maybe John Gaines, the guy that we drafted that got hurt in preseason. Maybe that's the play. I don't know. I don't know. I think we got Will Hernandez for one more year. But let me just double check here. I think we got Will Hernandez for one more year, if I'm not mistaken. Just do a quick double check here. Yeah, Will Hernandez on the right guard, but the left guard is the big concern because Tristan Colon is set as a starter right now. And then Elijah Wilkinson, Carter O'Donnell, and Dennis Daly. Yeah, it's a need. It's a need for sure. So we got Hernandez still, which is the right guard, which I'm cool with him. Honestly, I don't mind him. I think he's serviceable. I think he's decent. I think he's good. But the left guard is where I'm kind of struggling. The whole left side I'm worried about. DJ Humphries, we don't know when he's coming back. Left guard ain't going to be Tristan Colon. Hopefully he doesn't start for the Cardinals. Unless Paris Johnson Jr. moves over to the left like I've been talking about for weeks now. Or I'm sorry, months now. That would be the ideal pickup for me to have Paris Johnson move over to the left. And then the Cardinals maybe get somebody in the right tackle. Because it's a little easier for a rookie to play right tackle. Right now that we got Paris Johnson Jr., his feet wet, you can move him to left because that's exactly what he played in his college career. So like it makes sense, but if they don't do it, we got to address it. We got to address it. Deus with the contribution. What's up, brother? He says, I guarantee you that Monty has a plan for the draft. I mean, he's got a plan for this whole offseason. He probably had to come up with on a whim because we didn't know who was going to be available, right? We didn't know until maybe 2-3 days before, and it's a lot to plan for at the end of the day. So he's got a plan for it all. So far, I'm not mad at it. I would be mad if the Cardinals didn't make any move, truly. I would be mad if the Cardinals didn't make any move, and we did. We did make a move. So we should be proud, right? It's funny because I heard Cardinal fans out there saying, oh, you've been complaining, this whole time. Oh, we finally get it. Yeah. Complaining works, apparently. I'm not sure if I put that out to the universe, but complaining obviously works. Cardinals needed to do something. We weren't going to roll with not signing people. The Cardinals were going to do something. We just needed it to happen, and they did it. So I'm excited. Got my guy in the chat here saying Froholt is fine at center. He's serviceable, but if the Cardinals can get a future center in the draft, I think that would be the most ideal for me. That would be the most ideal for me. If you have somebody that's going to be able to get groomed, I guess groomed is the wrong word. Developed is the better word I would like to use. A guy that would be developed as a center, I feel like that would be more ideal. Absolutely. Forget Marvin Harrison Jr. We are drafting down, somebody says on the chat. I don't know if we're drafting down. Especially how deep we went into defense. I don't know if we're drafting down. The only way I hope hey, y'all chill out, man. Y'all chill out, YouTube. Y'all chill out, chat. You know what I meant, developed. But yeah, no, the only way I see the Arizona Cardinals trading down as if Marvin isn't there. It's the only way I see it. It's the only way I see it. Yeah, or at least I hope that doesn't happen, right? It's expectations from a fan perspective. I want Marvin Harrison Jr. for sure. I think we can get away with Froholt being there. I think we can get away with it. It's just I don't think he's a long-term solution. So, yeah. Do you still think that we get a defensive tackle? That's a good question. That's a very good question. Do we still think we can get a defensive tackle? Honestly, if somebody falls to us, why not? Like, honestly, there's some really, really good defensive tackles on here, right? Like Jazar Newton, Byron Murphy the second. There's some really, really, really good defensive tackles in here. Obviously, I think edge would be more important to address if the Cardinals were going based off of needs. But like, it just really depends on who falls, right? It depends who falls. If Jared Verse falls to you, if Chop Robinson falls to you at 27, then obviously I think we're going to be in a better state. So yeah, I mean, I still think we got to go. I still think we got to draft defense too. Offense and defense has definitely got to be addressed in the draft. I know we went strong in defense in free agency, but you can't miss out an opportunity to potentially get a star, right? At the end of the day, we got mid-tier players that could potentially be good, right? Great, right? Potentially be great if you want to say that. But just like John Gambadoro said, and exactly like we did, most likely mid-tier free agents, and that's exactly what the Arizona Cardinals went and did. So if you can get a superstar that falls to you and can develop to be that guy, you still got to go after him, man. You still do. You still do. Somebody on the chat says Chop combine the best. He's got to go first round. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, we got 2 first round picks. Remember we got the 27th. I mean, will he fall to the 27th? Maybe not. I don't know. And then we also got the 4th overall. So we got 2 first rounders. It's just Chop and BJ Ojulari together. I'll take it. But I also won't be mad if the Arizona Cardinals go after a edge player in free agency as well, right? If that's what but the thing is that like most people are gone by day 2. Most people. There's still going to be some people lingering that the Cardinals could potentially go after, but most people are going to be gone. Oh, right. There's breaking news, not for the Cardinals, but it seems like Aaron Jones is actually going to the Vikings. Interesting. All right. Aaron Jones to the Vikings, ladies and gentlemen. I know that's really irrelevant to the Cardinals, but it's where we're at right now. Perfect. All right. So that is going to be the recap and what the Arizona Cardinals have done. Honestly, I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. Because somebody in the chat says Aaron Jones is getting revenge. Yeah, man. We had 2 running backs going to their division rivals. 2 running backs. Aaron Jones, Saquon Barkley going to their division rivals. Sheesh. All right. That's a bold move there, Cotton. Hope it works out for you. If you don't know what I'm talking about, we're just going to leave it at that. So a bold move there. We'll see. Do you think the Cardinals will pick up any more players in these few days of free agency? If they do, it's probably going to be maybe cheaper than what we're seeing here. Because quickly doing the math, the Cardinals have spent already about 30 mil. Maybe a little under, maybe a little over, about 30 mil. We got 55, right? We got to save money for for the draft. We got to save money for maybe somebody that we do want to bring back. There's got to be some money allocated to that. So if the Cardinals do, this might be as big as it gets. Can the Cardinals make a trade? Absolutely they can. Yeah, can they make a trade? Can they do something splashy? Yeah, they can. It's just, if you do that, you're also going to have to remember whoever you bring, you have to pay them. You know what I mean? So, like, at the end of the day, we'll have to kind of wait and see how this all shakes out. So, somebody in the chat says Gilmore for 1 year deal. I would take that. You give me Gilmore or Tre'Davious White on a 1 year deal, I get it. They're older guys, but it's a 1 year deal. I'll take that. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Somebody says, and we need guard and John. I don't think we need safety right now. I don't think we need safety. Yeah, Gilmore would be nice. Fuller would also be. I see you there, Highness. Yeah, Fuller would be nice as well. I wouldn't be mad at that either. Trey White's not signing with us. I understand that. I don't think he's going to either, but I'm just saying these are just kind of some names that I would like to see, especially 1 year deals. If they're looking for multi-year deals, obviously I would stay away from it because of the injury concerns and because they're getting older, right? But if you're looking for a veteran type of guy, I would like to get Gilmore or maybe even a Tre'Davious White. But I get it. I don't think they're going to come, but just kind of names getting thrown out there, you know? Mike, where did you see the Aaron Jones news? I saw that. Let me go back here to my X feed. And I saw that Aaron Jones got, let's see here. So sorry. 1 second, y'all. I thought I had. Okay, did I get duped by any chance? Let's find out here. So I might have got duped. I could have sworn I saw it somewhere. And of course, it's not on my timeline anymore. Did I get duped? Bro, did I get duped? I might have. Man. I could have sworn it was on I might have got duped. So retract that. I don't see it anymore. Let me just check one other place here real quick. Oh, okay. So the breaking news came from ML Football on Twitter. So it says this: the Vikings are currently in talks. I apologize. They're currently in talks with Pro Bowl running back Aaron Jones and his agent Drew Rosenhaus. Okay, so I apologize. Let me retract that. They're in talks currently right now. They have not signed Aaron Jones. They are in talks. I apologize. Not signed. They are in talks. I'm sorry. That's on me. It's kind of what happens when you're trying to live do all these things at once. That's on me. I apologize about that. Let's see here. What do you think about drafting Peyton Wilson? We kind of need a linebacker. I mean, I'm not mad at if the Cardinals get a linebacker. And let's make it clear. We're not talking about outside. We're talking about middle linebackers, right? I wouldn't be mad if the Cardinals did something like that, but like I think the big needs right now is trenches still. Offensively, defensively, and I'm saying anything. Edge primarily. I would hope the Cardinals will allocate or prioritize cornerback and or edge in the draft because of the way this free agency is shooken out. If they do get him, cool. I mean, I'm not mad at it, right? As you can tell, I'm very receptive to, can the Cardinals just make can we just make plays? Like, I'm very receptive, very, very receptive. So I'm not mad at any of these signings, truly. I'm not mad at any of these signings. Let me ask you guys this question, and then we're going to end it here. Let me ask you guys this question. Do the Arizona Cardinals go after a veteran quarterback? Yes, you heard me right. A veteran quarterback. Not to take away the job of Kyler Murray. But what are your guys' thoughts on the Arizona Cardinals potentially going after a quarterback, veteran, to be quarterback 2, quarterback 3? What are your thoughts on that? I'm not saying I want it. I'm just trying to get your guys' thoughts and engagement and trying to see what you guys are having to say. And boy, for the most part, everybody is saying no. Okay, we got one yeah there. No, no, no. Okay, I say yes there. Okay, I see you. Okay. I think for the most part, people are on the no train. I'm kind of on that boat too. I would love Clayton Soon to get the opportunity, and he's so much more cheaper than a veteran quarterback would be. It's kind of how I feel about it. Somebody on the chat says it's an absolute must. Okay. I guess that's the beauty, right? That's the beauty of doing what we do. Right? That's always going to be a disagreement. There's always going to be something where we can kind of go back and forth, but that's what we do. That is why we do what we do, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you. We're going to be closing up shop here. Again, the Twitter world has absolutely outperformed just leaps and bounds. Thank you guys so very much for obviously tuning in and being a part here of the community. If you do want to get more videos, we mainly run it through YouTube. So Twitter people, all 200 people that are in here, or 200 plus people that are currently in here right now, if you did like what you heard, you can move on over to YouTube. That's where we mainly do our podcasts and all our videos. And check out AZ Sports Fan. Shoot us over a subscription. It's absolutely for free over there. Check out YouTube, AZ Sports Fan, if you would like to. If not, no worries. We're going to try to do some streams here on Twitter/X. Every once in a while. It won't be all the time, but I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Of course, you YouTube world out there, you guys are the real MVPs. Appreciate you all for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I absolutely did. You guys are absolutely fantastic as always. I will see you tomorrow on day 2 of free agency. Let's see what the Arizona Cardinals end up doing. All right, y'all have a great rest of your day and go Cards.